What's up, G supporters? It is Gabe back with another video. And yes, I am on Wilsonville Road. The majority of my Back to the Future trilogy does take place right in this area. So let me take you on a journey, biking with one hand and filming with the other. Just down here a couple blocks off of this upcoming road. See you then. Oh my gosh, my old house is updated. Look at that. It used to be like blue-green. Look at those bright white. It's crazy. Look at that. So this was Back to the Future 4, where I lived out with my grandma. And in Back to the Future 5, before I went back in time and changed history. The whole fight scene with Victor in Back to the Future 5 happened right there. And I even filmed some of that fight scene at our next door neighbor's house, since I had already moved from that house originally. So I had to do a lot of cut shots of that, but a lot of memories there. And now let's go to school. All right, now we're going off to Barber Street now. You probably saw some of this in that geocacher video I did. Here it is. That doesn't say Forest Middle School. Pretty bad photoshopping skills, huh? You may have noticed that that path I just rode, not even what I did in Back to the Future 4. This is because the interior classroom scenes were actually not filmed here. This was my old elementary school that I used as the outside shots because I didn't want people stalking me on YouTube coming to my middle school that I was attending that I actually filmed inside of. The only shots that were filmed here is when I rode my bike all the way over there, where I locked up my bike in that bike lock and then went up and pretended to open that front door entrance even though it was locked. Then Jane, as a news reporter, reported right over there, but I just went out there a random rainy day, shot the footage, and she actually filmed it in front of the green screen. But that was the actually only thing that was filmed on site here. Let's go back the opposite direction and actually go down the path that I went up to my old middle school. All right, so let's try this again. So my house is down that way. So instead of going down that way, we just go straight down from my house. Let's see where this takes us. And we're gonna turn left here. And this may start to look familiar. I rode up that hill pretending that's where my house is coming from, but in reality, it's a few blocks the other direction. And wait for it, here's the path that I went down. And we are here. This should look pretty familiar for you, only it's like 4 years later. So it may look a little different. That does look different. So much taller grass too. They'll turn this corner. I know you saw that in Back to the Future 4. But for some reason, I don't know why I did this. I claimed it was for privacy reasons. Unlike the school swap that I did, this actually doesn't make sense in this scenario. So this is the path that I pretend to turn on straight in front of us. If you watched my Back to the Future 4 bloopers or documentary, you would have known that there were people coming up to my phone on the tripod, and I didn't know what to do. So I just like rode this way. But I still wanted to film the scene, so I didn't want to go on the other path because I made the stupid decision of making this the path when it wasn't, which still makes no sense to me. So I went all the way down here, but I didn't want to turn around down there because I kept falling off the bike. You probably saw that in the Back to the Future 4 blooper reel as well. And it's like, I didn't want to deal with these people coming up. So instead, they just had this like monologue next to the camera, and it was hilarious. But I eventually made it, and this is the bridge that I rode on my way to school. Person running this way. I feel so weird doing this because, you know, it's an 18-year-old like going back to his middle school and school isn't out yet. I can't believe I forgot the school got out at 3:45. I was thinking 2:10, but that was actually my elementary school that I was just at, which makes sense why nobody was there. But I timed it just perfectly to where everybody was just walking on the bridge, and it was so awkward. Now I'm the stranger danger in Wilsonville. Oh Lord. Alright, I should be clear now, or not. Thanking my kid running. It has been like 10 minutes later. Like the first time I went up there, 10 minutes ago, there was a kid running this way. I would have sworn like she was wearing some like orange sweatshirt. And then I wait out here 10 minutes kind of in the woods so nobody kind of sees all this. And then I would have sworn it's the same kid running back. What the heck is going on? It's not even like running the opposite way. It's running the same way. What? Okay, I'm praying that we cleared the kids now. See, this is the difference between Hollywood actors and amateur filmmaker and middle school filming at my actual middle school. Biked right onto this bridge right here. And you'll recognize it, but you will not recognize this direction because it was a cut shot to my elementary school. But you will recognize this direction. It's like I didn't even try to hide it was a cut shot. This is not only a different color paved path, it's also a lot smaller, but this is actually where I came out in real life. Although those are all the exterior shots that are filmed here, right down from that path is not too far from where I filmed in the classroom. My 7th grade science teacher, Mrs. Hanthorne, I love her. She's one of my best teachers I've ever had. She no longer works here, but she let us film, and it was awesome to do that scene with my dad and some of my friends. Although you can't see it from here, here's a nearby window, and just down the corner through the hall is where James took the video of myself and my teacher talking about time travel and where he taught the class.
Wait to cross Wilsonville Road. Wait.
Oh, Wilsonville Road, you heard that, folks. We are back. Now, let's go down here for a couple blocks and see what we can find. Let's make a left here. And a right here. Final destination, that's right, where my grandma lived at in 2030 and where my current family lives in the new timeline. Actually, my friend Aaron, that I've known since like 4th grade, lives there. That's why we chose the house to film at to begin with. But yeah, that is all the Wilsonville filming locations. There are some filming locations we filmed at the old farmhouse. That is technically about 20 minutes away from here down in Aurora, Oregon. So I won't be visiting that today, but I knew this would be the most nostalgic since it's really shaped up not only my life growing up, but also like for the movie. If you enjoyed this, be sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button. See you guys tomorrow for your weather Sundays, and a week from now for your greatest Saturdays. Peace.